Hey everyone, ready for another deep dive? Today we're talking about jobs. Jobs that you actually look forward to. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Not just paying the bills, but like really fulfilling work. And guess what? It might involve a bit of an adventure because we're heading down under Earth. You
Australia.
got it. We're taking a cue from academicjobs.com.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah, they led us to this potential gem, the University of Adelaide.
Okay, the University of Adelaide.
Now I know what you might be thinking. Adelaide? Is that like really far away?
A little bit, yeah.
Yeah, but stick with us. Okay. This deep dive is all about uncovering why the University of Adelaide stands out as an employer, A&D, maybe even a place to call home. It's a bit of both.
Oh, wow, okay. I'm intrigued. What makes this university so special?
Well, according to academicjobs.com, it's a 5-star university. That means it's top tier globally for research teaching overall impact.
Mm-hmm.
In the same league as like an Oxford or a Harvard.
Oh, wow. Yeah, those are big names. A 5-star rating, definitely something to pay attention to. But what does that actually mean for someone considering a career there?
That's a great question. Well, for starters, the University of Adelaide is ranked in the top 1% of universities worldwide.
Top 1% worldwide. Wow.
I know, right? That sounds pretty impressive. What does that actually mean for someone working there?
That's a great question. I mean, it's not just about bragging rights, although that's certainly a perk. Being in the top 1% globally, it means you're surrounded by some of the brightest minds in your field. You attract international collaborations, you open doors to prestigious research grants, your work has incredible visibility.
So it's not just about the prestige of the university itself, but how that prestige can really like boost your own career.
Exactly. It's like you become a member of this exclusive club, and it opens up all these doors and opportunities you wouldn't find elsewhere.
I like that. And speaking of exclusive club, did you know that the University of Adelaide is part of the Group of 8?
The group of 8?
Yeah.
Fill me in.
Yeah, for those of us who may not be super familiar with like the Australian higher education system, what does that mean exactly?
Think of it like the Ivy League of Australia. The group of 8 comprises Australia's leading research-intensive universities.
Oh.
They attract significant funding, and they produce groundbreaking research.
So it's a pretty big deal. Not only would you be working at this world-renowned university, but you'd be contributing to research that's really pushing boundaries.
Absolutely. And actually, the source mentions that most of the research at the University of Adelaide is rated as like above or well above world standard. That's a pretty high bar.
Yeah, it is. That's
Yeah.
amazing. So I'm kind of curious now, what kind of research are they known for?
Well, for example, they've been involved in some groundbreaking discoveries, like gravitational waves, those ripples in space-time predicted by Einstein.
Wow.
They've also contributed to research on the Higgs boson particle, which helps us understand the fundamental building blocks of the universe.
Okay, so not your average university research.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool. It kind of makes you wonder what kind of like brilliant minds they've nurtured over the years.
Well, they can boast about having 5 Nobel Laureates among their alumni.
5 Nobel Laureates. That's incredible.
Yeah, it's a testament to the quality of education and exceptional talent that's fostered within the university.
I wonder what factors contribute to that kind of success.
Yeah.
Is it the academic environment, the
Yeah.
resources, the mentorship?
It's probably a combination of all those factors. The university clearly provides an environment that encourages intellectual curiosity, rigorous research, and a commitment to pushing those boundaries of knowledge.
Yeah.
And having those figures associated with the university attracts world-class faculty.
Huh?
It creates a vibrant intellectual ecosystem.
Yeah, it's like a self-perpetuating cycle of excellence, you know? The reputation attracts the top talent, which just enhances its standing even more.
Yeah.
But it's not just about Nobel Prize winners, right?
Yeah.
What about other notable alumni?
Oh, they have a long list. Over 100 Rhodes Scholars,
Ah,
including Australia's first Indigenous recipient.
Mm.
And even Australia's first female Prime Minister and Supreme Court judge graduated from the University of Adelaide.
wow, that's quite a legacy. It sounds like this university has a real knack for shaping leaders in all sorts of fields, not just in academia. That says a lot.
It really does. And that legacy attracts top-notch faculty, creating a vibrant intellectual environment that benefits everyone.
Okay, but let's shift gears for a second. All this talk about prestige and Nobel Prizes is great, but let's talk about the practicalities. What's in it for you as an employee? Besides the whole, like, working at a globally recognized university thing, of course.
Right, because a great job is about more than just a fancy name. It's about feeling valued, having opportunities to grow, and enjoying a positive work environment. And according to academicjobs.com, the University of Adelaide seems to tick all those boxes.
Okay, I'm all ears. Tell me more about these benefits.
Well, they specifically highlight ongoing professional development opportunities. This means they invest in your growth and encourage you to keep learning and expanding your skill set.
That's HUEGE in today's world. It's not just about getting a job, it's about staying relevant and advancing your career.
Exactly. They also mention outstanding staff services. Now, that could mean anything from excellent healthcare and childcare options to on-campus fitness facilities or even subsidized transportation. It's about creating a supportive environment that makes your life easier.
It sounds like they're really thinking about the whole employee experience, not just the work itself.
And that's something that can make a huge difference in your overall job satisfaction and well-being.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
What about the work culture? What kind of values does the University of Adelaide promote?
They emphasize their strong organizational values. This often translates into a more positive and fulfilling work experience.
Okay.
They seem committed to things like work-life balance, diversity and inclusion, and ethical conduct.
Yeah, those are all fantastic qualities to have in a workplace. It sounds like they're not just paying lip service to these values, but they're really trying to create a supportive and inclusive culture.
Yes, a supportive work environment is crucial for attracting and retaining top talent. It's about making people feel valued for their contributions.
Absolutely. Okay, so they've got the brains, the reputation, the values.
Yeah.
But what about the financial perks? Let's be honest, we all have bills to pay.
Well, academicjobs.com mentions competitive remuneration packages.
Okay.
And when we dig a little deeper, we discover some pretty impressive details. They offer salary packaging, which can help you reduce your tax burden.
Salary packaging.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not familiar with how that works. Could you explain that a bit further?
Yeah, it's a system that allows you to pay for certain expenses with pre-tax dollars, which essentially lowers your taxable income.
Oh, that sounds like a smart way to manage your finances.
Yes.
Anything else in the financial department?
Yes. They also mention generous superannuation contributions. Superannuation is essentially Australia's retirement savings plan.
Okay.
The University of Adelaide contributes up to 17% of your salary towards your superannuation fund.
Wow, 17%. That's incredibly generous.
Yeah.
It's great to see an employer prioritizing the financial well-being of their employees, both now and in the future.
It shows a level of commitment that can make a big difference in employee loyalty and satisfaction. People want to work for an institution that values their contributions and invests in their future.
So it seems like the University of Adelaide is ticking all the boxes. Prestigious reputation, cutting-edge research, a supportive work environment, excellent financial benefits.
Yeah.
But let's be real. Even with all that, nobody wants to be chained to their desk 24/7. What about work-life balance?
That's a great point, and it seems like the University of Adelaide understands that. They emphasize their commitment to work-life balance and offer various flexible work arrangements.
Okay, so tell me more about these flexible work arrangements. What kind of options are we talking about?
Well, things like reduced hours, compressed work weeks,
Okay.
even the possibility of working from home.
Correct.
They seem to recognize that people have lives outside of work,
Yeah,
and that flexibility is key to happiness and productivity.
that's music to my ears. It sounds like they're trying to create a work environment that fits into people's lives rather than the other way around.
Exactly, and this ties back to their strong organizational values. They're not just paying lip service to work-life balance. They're actively creating a culture that supports it.
So it's not just about having the policies in place, it's about the culture and making people feel comfortable actually taking advantage of those policies.
You got it. It's about creating a supportive and understanding environment where people feel valued as individuals, not just as workers.
It seems like the University of Adelaide is really hitting all the right notes when it comes to creating that positive and supportive work environment. But we can't forget we're talking about potentially relocating to a whole new city, a whole new continent even. So let's talk about Adelaide. What's it like to live there?
Well, according to academicjobs.com, Adelaide is ranked the 10th most livable city in the world.
Top 10. Wow. That's impressive. What makes it so livable?
Think relaxed vibes, a safe and friendly atmosphere,
Okay.
and a city that's easy to navigate. Plus, it's nestled between pristine beaches and scenic hills.
Beaches and hills. That sounds like the best of both worlds.
Right. And did I mention the food and wine scene? Adelaide is renowned for its culinary delights and world-class wineries.
Now you're speaking my language. What else can you tell me about Adelaide? Is it a vibrant city? Cultural hub?
It definitely has a lot to offer. Adelaide has a thriving arts and culture scene with numerous festivals, theaters, and galleries, and the city center is known for its beautiful architecture and historic landmarks.
It sounds like a city with a rich history and a vibrant present. I'm starting to get a sense of why it ranks so highly in terms of livability.
And let's not forget the weather. Adelaide enjoys a Mediterranean climate with warm, dry summers and mild winters, perfect for those beach days we were talking about.
Okay, you're making me want to book a flight right now.
Yeah.
It sounds like Adelaide offers that perfect blend of city life and natural beauty with a relaxed and enjoyable lifestyle.
It certainly seems that way. And when you combine that with the amazing career opportunities at the University of Adelaide, it's a pretty compelling package.
I couldn't agree more. It sounds like the University of Adelaide is offering the best of both worlds. Stimulating and rewarding work environment, A&D, an enviable lifestyle. I'm already feeling inspired.
Me too. It makes you realize that you don't have to choose between a fulfilling career and a great lifestyle. You can have both.
Absolutely. And remember, all of this amazing information came from our trusted source, academicjobs.com. They've got tons of information on university positions in Australia, so be sure to check them out if you're even remotely considering making a move.
It's a fantastic resource for anyone looking to explore their options in academia, whether you're just starting out or looking for a change of pace.
All right, before we move on, let's just pause for a second and reflect. What stood out to you the most? What really makes you think, wow, I could see myself working there?
That's a great question. For me, it's the combination of cutting-edge research and a genuine commitment to employee well-being. They seem to understand that a happy and fulfilled employee is ultimately a more productive employee. And that's reflected in their approach to work-life balance, professional development, and creating that supportive and inclusive work environment.
I completely agree. It's not just about attracting those brilliant minds. It's about creating an environment where they can truly thrive.
Yeah.
And it seems like the University of Adelaide is doing just that.
Absolutely. They're setting a high standard, not just for academic excellence, but also for what it means to be a responsible and supportive employer.
And that's something worth celebrating. Now, before we wrap up this part of our deep dive, let's leave our listeners with something to ponder. If you could design your ideal work environment, what elements from the University of Adelaide would you borrow?
Ooh, that's a good one. What are the non-negotiables for you? What kind of culture do you thrive in?
Maybe it's that commitment to professional development, or that emphasis on work-life balance, or maybe it's the opportunity to be part of this globally recognized institution that's making a real difference in the world.
Whatever it is, the University of Adelaide provides a great model for what a truly supportive and enriching work environment can look like.
And that's something worth aspiring to no matter where you are in your career journey.
Absolutely.
All right, that's it for part 1 of our deep dive into the University of Adelaide.
Stay tuned for part 2, where we'll delve even deeper into the unique benefits and opportunities this incredible institution has to offer. It's amazing how the University of Adelaide blends that cutting-edge research with a real commitment to employee well-being. It's not just about attracting the best and the brightest.
Right.
It's about creating an environment where they can really thrive.
It's like they understand that a happy employee is a productive employee. And we touched upon this earlier, their approach to work-life balance.
Yeah.
It's not just about having the policies in place, the flex work and stuff. It's about really fostering a culture that respects those boundaries between work life, personal life.
Absolutely. I think that's key for anyone looking for a fulfilling career. It's not about the title, the salary.
Right.
It's about finding a workplace that aligns with your values and priorities.
And speaking of values, we talked about the University of Adelaide, emphasizing their strong organizational values. What stood out to you the most?
Their commitment to ongoing professional development really stood out. It shows that they are invested in their employees' growth.
Yeah.
And that they really want to help you reach your full potential. They're not just hiring you for a job,
Right.
They're investing in you.
It's like they're saying, hey, we want you to succeed, personally and professionally. And that kind of support can make a huge difference in someone's career.
I agree. It makes you feel like a valued member of the team,
Yeah.
not just like another cog in the machine.
And let's not forget those outstanding staff services. It's the little things that can really make a big difference in your day-to-day life.
Absolutely. Whether it's access to quality healthcare, childcare options, or even on-campus fitness facilities,
Yeah.
these services can really enhance your well-being and make it easier to manage those demands of work and life.
It's about creating that supportive, holistic environment.
Yeah.
Where people feel valued, taken care of, not just employees, but as people.
Precisely. And that's something that sets the University of Adelaide apart. They're not just offering you a job, they're offering you a lifestyle.
And let's be honest, the lifestyle part is pretty tempting. We talked about Adelaide being ranked as one of the most livable cities in the world.
Yeah.
What does that actually look like, though?
Well, imagine you're just a stone's throw from those beautiful beaches and scenic hills that we talked about. You can spend your weekends exploring the coastline, hiking in the hills, or just relaxing in one of Adelaide's many parks and gardens.
Oh, that sounds idyllic. And the food and wine.
Oh my gosh, yes. Adelaide is a foodie's dream. From world-class restaurants to those charming cafes, bustling markets. There's something for everyone. And of course, don't forget the nearby wineries. You could spend your weekends exploring the South Australian wine country.
That's what I call work-life balance. Fine dining, world-class wines, stunning natural beauty. It's all right there.
Exactly. It's about having the best of both worlds. You have that stimulating and rewarding career and a lifestyle that allows you to enjoy the finer things in life.
So what about the city itself? What's the vibe like?
Adelaide has a very relaxed, laid-back atmosphere.
Okay.
It's easy to navigate.
Okay.
It has a friendly and welcoming community. And because it's smaller than some of Australia's other major cities, it has this more intimate and manageable feel.
I can see the appeal in that. It sounds like a place where you can escape that hustle and bustle and enjoy a more balanced pace of life.
It really does, and that sense of balance seems to permeate everything about Adelaide, from the work culture to the lifestyle.
It's like the city embodies that whole work-life integration that we talked about.
Exactly.
It's not about compartmentalizing. It's about creating this harmonious flow between work and life and everything in between.
Exactly. It's about finding a place where you can be yourself, both at work and in your personal life.
It sounds like Adelaide and the University of Adelaide might just be that perfect place
It could be.
for someone who's looking for a change of pace, a new adventure, and a truly fulfilling career.
I couldn't agree more. And don't forget, we found all this amazing info thanks to academicjobs.com. If what you've heard today sounds interesting, you should check out their website.
Yeah, they've got a ton of information on university positions in Australia. And who knows, maybe your dream job IS at the University of Adelaide.
Maybe. Or at another amazing institution that shares those values and is committed to its employees. The point is, don't settle for a job that just drains you. Find a place that energizes you, challenges you, and helps you become the best version of yourself.
If today's deep dive has taught us anything,
Yeah.
it's that those kinds of places do exist.
Yeah.
So keep exploring, keep asking those questions, and keep pushing for that work-life integration that truly makes you happy.
Absolutely. Sometimes the greatest opportunities are the ones we least expect.
Okay, so let's bring it all back to our listeners. We've uncovered some pretty incredible insights about the University of Adelaide,
We have.
thanks to academicjobs.com. But this deep dive is about more than just one university. It's about being open to those new possibilities and exploring what a fulfilling career and lifestyle could look like.
Exactly. And if today has inspired you to explore new horizons, then we've done our job.
Yeah,
Remember, the world is full of amazing opportunities. And sometimes all it takes is a little curiosity and a willingness to just step outside that comfort zone.
well said. So if you're feeling inspired, don't let it fade. Take action. Head over to academicjobs.com, explore the possibilities, and see where your journey takes you. You never know what amazing adventures await.
And who knows, maybe one day we'll be featuring your story on the deep dive.
Until then.
Keep exploring, keep learning, and keep striving for that work-life integration that truly fulfills you.
And on that note, we'll wrap things up for today. Thanks for joining us on this exciting journey to the land down under.
Until next time, keep diving deep.
You know, it's inspiring to see a place like the University of Adelaide setting the bar so high, not just for academics, but for how they treat their employees. It really makes you think, what if? You know, like what if all workplaces were like this? Groundbreaking research, a supportive culture, and an amazing lifestyle.
It really makes you question that whole old school idea of work-life balance. We should be aiming for work-life integration.
Work-life integration, I like that. It's about making it all work together, right? Not just keeping things separate.
Exactly. And the University of Adelaide seems to get that. Flexible work arrangements, a culture of well-being, even considering family and cultural needs.
It's like they're acknowledging that people have lives outside of work. Shocking, I know. But seriously, those outside lives actually make us better at our jobs. And the University of Adelaide seems to understand that.
They really do. And it's something we can all learn from no matter what we do or where we are in our careers. Finding that balance, it's key.
Okay, so let's bring it back to our listeners. We've learned so much about the University of Adelaide thanks to academicjobs.com. If you're feeling inspired, like you're ready to take your career to the next level, check them out.
Seriously, go for it. They have a ton of university positions in Australia. Maybe your dream job, IS, at the University of Adelaide, who knows?
Or maybe it's at another awesome university in Australia. Lots of great options on academicjobs.com. Top universities, both local and global, post their openings there.
The point is, don't settle. Find a job that lights you up, that challenges you, that helps you grow. Don't let work drain you.
If we've learned anything from this deep dive, it's that those dream jobs, DO, exist.
They do.
Keep searching. Keep asking those questions. And don't be afraid to go after that work-life integration that makes you truly happy.
So true. And you know what? Sometimes the best opportunities are the ones we least expect.
So keep your eyes open and your mind open. Well, that wraps up our deep dive into the University of Adelaide. Thanks for coming along with us on this adventure down under.
Until next time, keep diving deep.